Hey guys, what's up? It's JB, the SA Pepper Man, and I'm just shooting a quick video of myself dehydrating some peppers. If you notice in the top left corner, that's a video of me pulling the peppers out of the freezer and putting them on a dehydrating tray, and just kind of showing you guys how I got to this point. Well, they're actually in the dehydrator now, and they're dehydrating, and I'm gonna dehydrate them for about 12 hours at 130 degrees, I believe, 131 degrees, something like that. And they'll actually start to get a like crunchy consistency, and that's really what you're going for. Here's a look inside the dehydrator of them actually dehydrating. So I'll just do a real quick run through of basically how my dehydrator works. Um, it's pretty simple. It's got a timer on it and it's got a temperature gauge on it. So if you hit the timer button. Sorry about that. If you hit the timer button, it shows you how long you're going to be cooking for. So there's 12 hours there. Turn it down. There's 10 and a half hours. Um, and there's the button right there for the time. Over to the right is the button for the temperature. There it is, 131. That's the temperature that I like to do my peppers at. This particular dehydrator goes up to 158, which is used more for like making jerky and stuff like that. But since I'm dehydrating peppers, I don't have to do it at that temperature. 131 is really good in my opinion. It's probably the best temperature to do. Like I said, 158. That's yeah, that would work, but it's to me it's overkill. It's not necessary. It actually cooks the peppers rather than just dehydrates them. And I prefer a dehydrated natural pepper taste over a cooked pepper taste. So again, there's the timer. When I'm done with the first 12 hours, I like to kick it down to 122, and I'll show you some more of what that looks like here as soon as that 12 hours is up. Thanks, guys. Hey guys, it's been about 12 hours. Actually, it's been right at 11 hours, and I just wanted to show you guys what the peppers start to look like as they dehydrate. If you grab one and you squeeze it, and it flakes and breaks apart like this one just did, that one's ready to go. However, if you grab one like this and you squeeze it and it just kind of compresses and doesn't actually break up and flake apart, and that still needs some more time to dehydrate. You want all of them to be flaking and breaking apart. And when they're all that consistency, they're ready for grinding. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on for another 12 hours. And by tomorrow morning, they should all be ready to go. And I'll pull out the pepper grinder and show you guys how it's done. Thanks for watching. Good morning, guys. We got our peppers. It's been right at 24 hours, and they are good and dehydrated and ready to be ground up in the pepper grinder. So I'm going to show you guys the steps that I take to get the peppers ground up so that I can use them for all kinds of stuff. So first, let me show you the grinder. It is an electric coffee grinder for grinding up coffee beans, and it works great for grinding up peppers. It does a really good job when the peppers are nice and dehydrated and crunchy and crispy and can flake away real easy. This electric coffee bean grinder makes quick work of them. So if you want to do something like this, I highly recommend getting you an electric coffee grinder. They work really, really well. So before we get started, I wanted to show you guys something that I do to prepare myself for this. I get dust particle mask. It's really a must if you're dealing with super hot peppers, because when you grind these peppers, the particles will get blown into the air and you will breathe them in and it will choke you and it's not fun. So if you're going to do something like this, I recommend gloves and a mask, and you should be fine. Once you're done doing the grinding, you can take the mask off and really there's no residual left over. You're good to go at that point. Alright guys, let's get started. So I'm going to load a few peppers into the grinder. I'm careful not to overload it. It's just easier to just load a few in at a time. Again, we're not in a hurry, so we can just take our time with this. This particular grinder is pretty easy to use. You just put the lid on and you press the button. And I normally grind them for about 10 to maybe 15 seconds till I get it to a nice powdery consistency. Obviously, the less amount of time you grind it, the coarser it will be. So I like it more powdery, so that's as far as I go. All right, so let's show you guys what it looks like. It's a fine powdery consistency, and that's what I like. I can add this stuff to anything. I literally put it on breakfast stuff, eggs, bacon, sausage. I put it on sandwiches. I put it on chicken. I put it on anything. Pretty much anything I make that I want to kick up with some heat, I put it on it. It's good stuff. So I'm just going to continue grinding these peppers up. And here in a second, as soon as I have them all ground up, I'll show you guys how I load it into the pepper grinder. So one tray of peppers will fill up about, it'll get you a couple ounces of peppers. So here we go. Okay, I got them all ground up, and since I put them on aluminum foil, it's easy to transfer it into the container. Just give it a little shake, and it'll fall in there nicely. And as soon as I get all the pepper in here, I'll show you how easy it is to use with just a regular peppercorn grinder that you can get in any grocery store. This is a reuse. I used the pepper out of it already, so I'm just reusing this grinder. So it's in there. Give it a couple of twists, and there you go. Homemade dehydrated pepper powder. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.